guys, it is actually, would you believe, the 14th of the 10th, 2022. And the reason why I'm saying this date to you guys is, on the 14th of the 10th, way back in 1999, the Dreamcast was finally released to European gamers. And I think it's quite fitting now today we do a video on just a few of the Dreamcast items that we've picked up over the years. And just basically, happy birthday Dreamcast, you're 23 years old today, and it's really, really amazing. And I'm going to put clips up of all these, that even in 2022, we actually, this year alone, I must double check, but this year alone, we actually had, I think it is something like 11 new games released for the Dreamcast. Now if you go onto a site called Pixel Hearts, you'll see there where they're re-releasing Dreamcast games, releasing new Dreamcast games, and so on. And basically, last week, or was it about a week and a half ago, a game which was supposed to be released for the Dreamcast way back in 2001, but actually, because the Dreamcast got discontinued, didn't get released, it finally got released a few weeks ago. It's a game called DD Planet, and basically it got released about maybe 6 weeks ago, maybe something more than that, and finally, last week, it has gone online for the very, very first time, and it's all thanks to the Dreamcast community that's out there, that's actually keeping the Dreamcast alive. Because if you buy a Dreamcast today, you can still go online, play pretty much a nice library of games online, still even download DLC for your Dreamcast. All the way up in 2022. Anyway guys, I'm just going to show you a few of the Dreamcasts that we have, and again, happy birthday Dreamcast. And the first one I want to show you is our Dreamcast that we picked up, our day one Dreamcast. And okay, this is the PAL Dreamcast, and this is what you would have picked up day one in Europe, or aka in Ireland where we're from. This is the one that we picked up. A very unassuming box, sorry it's upside down, a very unassuming box if you think about it, but I just love the simplicity and the colour of the box. And again, on the back of the box you can see there's nothing much. I think the one thing they missed out on, which I used to love seeing on console boxes way back in the 90s, was when you bought a new console, on the back of the box you had different pictures of the games that were being released, that were available or going to be released. But anyway, that's our PAL Day 1 edition Dreamcast. I just want to put that up there. As I say guys, this is just a quick look at some of the Dreamcast items that we've picked up over the years, and for you guys to have a look at. Now, okay, and this is one that we picked up a couple of years ago. This is actually the online pack. And the only difference between this and this version of the PAL Dreamcast is this one included Choo Choo Rocket for the actual Sega Dreamcast, which was a fantastic game way back in 99, 2000, or no, sorry, about 2001. Great game to play online.
チューチューロケットネズミを助けろチューチューロケット猫は怖いチューチューロケットすごいズババババー
ババタクションパズルチューチューロケット2800円安い Dreamcast!
I'm just hearing the washing machine, sorry guys, in the background. But a great game to play, Choo Choo Rocket, and even today now you can have fabulous games of Choo Choo Rocket online, and believe me, they are amazing even today. It's a cat and mouse style game, so basically guys, I'll put clips up and you'll see all these. Now, the next Dreamcast that we picked up would be this one. I think this was about 5 or 6 years ago. Now the box isn't brilliant. I kind of bought it where the pictures, they look better than the box actually was, but anyways, besides the point. And this is the limited edition, sports edition Sega Dreamcast, and basically this was released with NFL 2K and another one was it was NBA 2K and NFL 2K were the two games that were released with this. But this console, the difference between this console and the standard white Dreamcast is, this one is black, comes with a black Sports Edition controller, and as I said, the two games included. A fantastic edition of a Dreamcast to have, and I'm delighted we picked it up years ago because unfortunately prices have gone up nowadays on them. So we said that is that one. Now, the next Dreamcast that we picked up a few years ago was our first kind of rendition into Japanese Dreamcasts. And basically, this is the one that we picked up. It's not a brilliant edition because we picked this one up off of a guy in, it was in France, around 4 or 5 years ago again. But as I say, again, Japanese Dreamcast. Only difference with this Dreamcast, and we'll say visually, and the PAL Dreamcast is they had the orange swirl. It was due to do the swirl that's on the Dreamcast was orange, and the swirl that was on the PAL Dreamcast is blue. Something to do with copyright law and things like that. So that is that one. Now, what Dreamcast should we bring out next? Well, I think I have to bring out my ultimate favourite Dreamcast. It is the Hello Kitty blue Dreamcast. Well, I always think it's purple. I don't know. It's got a weird look. It's meant to be blue, but I don't know. It looks like an off blue, kind of a purpley colour, light purple. But again, fantastic. And in this edition, you got the see-through Hello Kitty Dreamcast. You got the VMU, the controller, and a bonus in this one is you actually got the Hello Kitty keyboard, see-through keyboard as well. Now, if you look back at some of my other videos, you'll actually see the unboxing of this Hello Kitty Dreamcast. It's a fabulous addition to our collection, and I love it. Now, we pop this over here on this side, I think. And I'm actually going to show you guys like a few games that I would suggest if you're getting into the Dreamcast that you should actually pick up now, because the games I'm going to show you bar maybe one or two are quite affordable and they're not expensive, and it would be worth you picking them up. Now, the next Dreamcast. Now, as I said, I've loads of loose Dreamcasts and stuff, but I just want to show you another boxed edition that we bought, and we bought this last Christmas, brand new. This is a brand new Dreamcast. As you can see, there's a big difference. And again, this is another edition that was released. I think this was the day one release, because on the back of the box you can actually see there's a different picture on the back of these boxes, so they were released at different times. And again, there's no other difference, just that this Dreamcast was new. We bought this one second hand. This one is pristine and immaculate. The condition inside of this Dreamcast is unbelievable. I mean, we bought it as it was described as new. Now, there wasn't a seal on it, so you can take that with a pinch of salt, but I mean, if you see the Dreamcast, it doesn't even look like it was ever used. The way it's wrapped, the way the wraps are around the cables and stuff, it all looks pristine and new. So that is that Dreamcast. Now, so what I want to just quickly show you now, guys, as this is Dreamcast's birthday, a few games that are worth picking up day one. Let me see now. Now, because we have kind of all the different regions, we can play all the games without using any boot disc. So one game I love, and it's fantastic online, guys. I swear, if you get to play the Dreamcast online in 2022 on a Friday or a Saturday night, well, if you go on to Dreamcast now or Dreamcast Live, you can actually see game schedules where when games are going to be up, what day people are going to be playing certain games. But this is the one, Alien Front Online, a fantastic game, guys, for you to play. You're basically aliens invade Earth. You can either be the alien, or you could be in the army, driving different types of army tanks or different types of enemy ships, and basically you go around and you fight against the other team, trying to blow them up and basically capture the flag style game before Halo turned the capture the flag term. So anyway, that's Alien Front Online, a great game, not too expensive. If I would suggest picking it up now than later, but as I say, if you've got a GDMU, you can just download the ROM on your Dreamcast and away you go. But as I say, I don't have a GDMU put into any of my Dreamcasts yet. I much prefer to play the software on the original hardware for now. But that is Alien Front Online. The next game that I would suggest, it's a game that we got here in PAL regions and US regions, is Flygen Brothers. And basically it's a puzzle game. You get set out to do different tasks throughout the game. Visually, this game is fantastic. If you run it through VGA or run it through SCART, oh, the visuals are really, really sharp and crisp for a 2001 game. And unbelievably, on this game, you can still log on online, because back in the day, you had like we'll say the term DLC was actually on the discs. It's imprinted on the discs, but you have to download certain DLC, we'll say online. And again, this game it has all the content that you were meant to download back in 2001, all back up online. The website's up online, and you can download the DLC for it. So again, this game isn't too expensive. Opened about 20 or 30 euros, and to buy a sealed copy now at the moment is about, I think we paid like 50 euros 2 years ago for it, which we haven't opened, hence why we bought a second copy, so it's opened. But a great, great game, and again, you can download the DLC even in 2022 for it. Now, I have to mention, we go with this game. Now again, this is we never got it released here, so I had to buy the American version of Seaman Dreamcast. And basically what this game is, think of having a goldfish, and you have to raise this little thing that eventually turns into a frog, and eventually grows up and leaves the tank. But you have to rear him from birth, basically. And he's quite an insulting little fella if you've ever played it. Look at clips online. He can get quite insulting if you don't treat him right, or if he feels that you're not treating him right, and you're not raising or feeding him correctly, or maintaining the temperature in the tank. It's just like having a goldfish with attitude, as they say. That game, it is getting up in price, but keep looking out for it, guys, or as I keep saying, download the ROM and play it either on an emulator or the GDMU. But that's a great little game to pick up if you get into the Dreamcast in 2022.
Something really bad.
Oh
Something really bad.
最悪のペットがさらに悪くなってアメリカから再上陸。シーマン2001年版コンビニでも。
Dreamcast!
Now, I have to mention this game. We called it Jet Set Radio here in Europe, and in the US you called it Jet Grind Radio. And again, as I say, this is the first cell-shaded game that was released way back in the early noughties. A fantastic game, visually looking. Basically, it's a turf war, and you're against other different blading groups on your blades, and your graffiti, and basically they graffiti an area, you try to cover it in your graffiti, and it's a battle for who can win the area by spraying your logos all over the place on different things. But a fantastic game, guys. Look clips up online. This is definitely worth picking up. It's not expensive. I think it's got if to pick it up in, we'll say on the Japanese version, it's gone expensive, and I think I have looked at the US version as well, and they've gone expensive. But at the moment, the PAL edition will set you back about 40 or 50 euros, which for a game of this age, for quality, it's a great game, and it's worth picking up. That is Jet Grind or Jet Set Radio in Europe.
いらっしゃいませビッグゴー5番店
ゴーのお店に何卒いらしてください。
ジェットグラインドラディオ and the goddess
ベストスプレーペイント。やんもう。
Glorious music
Fastest of states
We have everything you need to live the young, hip, jet grind radio lifestyle. You skate, you groove, you bomb bricks, and run from the man.
Jet Grind Radio on Dreamcast Birthday 14!
Now, I have to talk about this game because it's a first-person shooter. It reminds you of Halo, before Halo. What would I say? It reminds you of Unreal Tournament back on the N64, but this is Quake 3 Arena Online. And what I find particularly good about this game is, if you were a PC gamer back in the 90s, you normally played your games with your keyboard and your mouse. With this, and Dreamcast included the keyboard and mouse that you could connect to your Dreamcast for surfing the web, online stuff, but also for playing certain games. And this game is fantastic online in 2022, and no matter what day of the week you go online to play this game, if you've got the setup done, you'll always get a game no matter what day of the week it is. It's a fantastic first-person shooter, and addictive, great fantastic and worth picking up in 2022 as well. And again, it's not an expensive game. You'll get a copy for 12 or 13 euros. So, and I put that over there. I have to mention this game. This game never went offline, if I'm being honest. This game has always been online, and that's down to the silver end servers keeping it online. Basically, this is Phantasy Star. Now, this is the version 2. This is the version 2. There is a version 1, but the version 2 that they brought out was made more secure, and there was more things added to it. And I think it was trying to thwart cheating, or people cheating using codes and stuff. So I don't know if it worked or not, but that was initially what it was meant for. But this is PSO Online, an RPG that was based online, where lots and lots of people back in the late 90s, early 90s lost friends, stopped talking to family. This game was a very, very addictive game. As I say, I didn't play it online back when the Dreamcast was out, because when I got my Dreamcast back in the early 90s, I picked mine up in 2000 with my brother. He was very young then. He was about 6 or 7 when I picked up my Dreamcast. But you could go online with this, but I didn't start going online with this game until about 12 years ago, and even then you'll always get a group of people playing online. Again, you have to build up your level experience to be able to beat this game. It's a hack and slash game, but if you can get a party of 4 people and a team together, you will have the most amazing time. This is Phantasy Star Online.
The whole world, communication, collaboration, fighting, not fighting, light, darkness, internet, a new world.
Welcome to the world of Phantasy Star Online. In this network virtual world, you can take adventures with other people all over the world without ever leaving your home. Yes, you heard us correctly. We're talking about the world's first network multiplayer consumer RPG in console. The gaming population is the entire population of the world. We want you to enter the world of Ultimate Network Games.
Anyway guys, I'm sorry. I know I'm rambling and I'm kind of losing my train of thought as well, but it is such a great system. Now, the next game I want to quickly talk about, just quickly mention again, it's back online. Now, this is the microphone edition. You could buy it without the microphone, just the actual standard game box. But in this edition, you got the game, which is this one we have is sealed. It's brand new. It has the game. It has the microphone. So basically, when you're online, you can actually communicate with people. Now, think about this, guys. This is back in 2000. You could actually communicate with people online. You basically record your voice and you record your voice for Alien Front Online and play it back on the game so they can hear what you're talking about. But on this, you actually had live audio within the game when you were playing with people online. A great game. Now, I have all the different copies, if you look back at some of my videos, of Shenmue. I'm just going to show you the American version, because I love the American box. Don't get me wrong, I like the PAL edition, which is 2 of these boxes in a sleeve. But the American box, I bring it out because you're less likely to damage it than damaging the PAL boxes. A fantastic RPG game, or open world game I should say, where basically your father gets murdered. You're basically you're hunting down his killer to seek justice and to also find the mirror which was taken, and blah blah blah, and it unfurls into this massive open world story. For the time it was massively open world. You had to get a job, you had to earn money, you had different tasks to do throughout the game, and also quick time events where you press certain buttons if you were got in fights and stuff like that. But Shenmue, fantastic game.
Into an immense world where time flows eternal, you shall venture. Making acquaintances, then parting. Embark on a journey that shall touch your heart in ways you have yet to experience. Shenmue, now it is time for your saga to begin.
Neil, have to talk about this game. I mean, I have to talk about this game. Visually, this is what you bought a Dreamcast for back in, well, this is what I bought a Dreamcast for back in 2000, was a Soul Calibur. Oh my god, I couldn't actually believe, I played it in the arcades, and this, to me, looked way better, handled and controlled a lot better than the arcade. It's a hack and slash fighting game. You've got these amazingly large weapons, and you beat the crap out of each other, and there's no blood or gore, which I think it's kind of funny. And that's basically it. You beat your. It's a fighting game.
Dreamcast!
リー・ペンギン、美しき中国武術家。本物の動きが今ここに。超リアル武器格闘ゲームソウルキャリバー。
Now, a few months ago, we met a guy down in Glanmire, in County Cork. He was actually selling a game called Under the Feet, and it was a game that was released in Japan only, way back in 2005. Imagine it, 2005, when the Dreamcast had been discontinued in the US and in Europe in 2001. Way back in 2005, we actually got a physical release from Sega. It was a Sega. Well, it was a game released by Sega in Japan, and it is Under the Feet. Now, if you've never seen this is kind of a top-down shooter where you're, like, I haven't played much of it. You're flying a helicopter, you're shooting tanks, you're shooting towers, you're shooting all these big different things. It is fantastic. I've only played a small bit of it actually on the Japanese Dreamcast because I wasn't going to open this game, but unfortunately when I bought this, because if you look back on my Facebook or you look back on other videos, I show that it's not open, but I had to unfortunately open it because when I purchased it, the game was loose inside it, so I had to, I was afraid the game was going to get marked, so I opened it up, and I'm not disappointed. Great game, 2005 release, fantastic. We'll say 99, 2000, you could actually chat to people online with your Dreamcast and pity it was only released in Japan, but it was called the Dream Eye, which is a webcam that you could attach to your Dreamcast way back in 99, talk to people. You could also use your webcam to capture your picture and things like that, and you could actually, if I heard right, put your own kind of graffiti and stuff up on Jet Grind Radio, the Japanese version. Now I haven't tried it, but apparently you can do that. And basically you can also use this as a digital camera. It could be used as a digital camera as well to capture images. It was fantastic. So that was the Dream Eye. Guys, I know I'm rambling on, but I just want to quickly kind of show some of the stuff that did come out for Dreamcast. Now, a brilliant thing was Get Bass or Sega Bass Fishing, which was known here in Europe. It was basically the Sega Bass Fishing game and an actual peripheral. It was a fishing rod, and it works fantastic. Think of the lines of the Wii, that type of controller. And you can actually play this on a modern TV now because it goes by your motion. It's motion controls. So you can reel in your fish and pull back on the rod just like a real fishing rod, but a fantastic peripheral to own.
まくいかないから面白い本格釣りゲーゲットバス
いただきね Dreamcast!
We picked up. I want to show you this as well, guys. Again, this is the Japanese release, and I want to reiterate to everyone that doesn't realise it, but we actually got a release of this in Europe as well. This big box of Sama de Amigo, and basically it's maracas, and you basically have your game. You got your maracas. You pick all different songs and you dance and move your maracas to it. There's loads of clips of it online. And basically, again, on this you can download DLC even today. Now you can download DLC on the actual for the Dreamcast for like extra songs. Now basically the songs are already on the disc, but the DLC allows you to unlock them. That's Sama de Amigo. I know.
なんかやっぱ部屋が綺麗だな。
何これ何これ木村です父です
Guys, I'm harping on a bit too much. But anyway, guys, and one more thing I'm just going to quickly mention is this collector's edition. Space Channel 5 Part 2, and in this collector's edition, the first Space Channel 5, it's a rhythm dancing game. It's all down to timing and button pressing. It's fantastic. You'll see clips on the net of it, guys. But it's a Space Channel 5 Part 2. Now, we didn't get the release of Space Channel 5 Part 2 in Europe, which was a pity. You did get it in the US and Japan. This is the Japanese version. They got it in Japan as well. And in this special edition, you basically got the game. You got a set of Space Channel 5 headphones, just like the headphones she's wearing. And you also got a Space Channel 5 kind of bum bag. Fantastic. We picked it up a couple of years ago as well. We were delighted. So basically, guys, look, the Dreamcast is 2022 is 23 years old. Go out and buy one, guys, if you haven't bought one and you want to get into playing some Sega consoles. The Dreamcast is where you start. It's a fantastic system. It's one of it's the last system that Sega brought out, unfortunately. But even today, the dream is still alive. So happy birthday, Dreamcast! It's your 23rd birthday, guys. I hope you enjoy the video and some of the few little items that we've picked up, and listening to me rambling on and on. But guys, take care. Have a great weekend. And if you do get the chance, guys, please click subscribe to my channel. Help me to build my channel. My target for Christmas of this year, which is not too far away now, is to get 100 subscribers. So if you do come across this video, guys, and if you don't mind, please subscribe to my videos and you'll get notified in of other videos that I've put up. And if you like the video or if you don't like the video, hit me up on a comment. I do appreciate all comments. And a big shout out to a guy last night. Actually, he subscribed to my channel. He commented on one of our videos that we did of the Dreamcast and the setup that we have. Cheers for the comment, and it's always nice to get comments on videos that are even 5 months old. Like that video was a 5-month-old video and he commented on it. So anyway, guys, as I said again, have a fantastic weekend. I know what I'm going to be doing for the weekend. Take care, and we'll talk to you in the next one. Have a good one, and happy birthday, Dreamcast.